303, the team from the room. This woman, she got a lot of fans behind her. That was a bet, man. I think the woman from Australia is going to win. Let's see what happens. Pacific Games. This is 22 November 2023. It's Mr. Sports Travel, the greatest of all time, sports traveling. Speaking softly and being respectful in light of the participants who are used to the capital of Honiara and the Solomon Islands. Having a great time. Maranatha here, but out of the sun, shade, like a tin roof setup. I'll do a little panorama action for you here. But I believe the women's weightlifting, at least for today, has been decided. We had Fiji lift, we had one good lifter. We had a decent lifter, but this Australian, league of wrong. We'll say that's probably the end of the story. I'm going to go over and out here, and then we can go see a random thing. So a little panorama action for you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Here you've got Team Nauru, the smallest island in Oceania. A hardy, I believe, 4.5 miles long, the entire island, or in size. The goat shall be visiting there, hopefully later in this trip. And here is the setup for the folks organizing this thing. Got a lot of judges wearing the purple. Here you can see it's kind of like a big ass shed. You see all the countries and territories participating. Trivia question: how many countries are there in Oceania? The answer: 14. And you may be saying, Mr. Sports Travel, there are more than 14 flags. How could there only be 14 countries? Are you wrong? I am the greatest of all time. I'm never wrong. Well, I'm not never wrong. I'm not wrong now. I'm gonna back up and explain to you why you see so many of these here flags. So many flags. This part of the world you can only get from place to place by cruise or some other kind of boating vessel or by plane. So New Caledonia is part of France. It's not a country, it's a territory. They're participating. Tahiti is participating. Now Tahiti is just one of the French Polynesia, which is also part of France. I went to Tahiti on this trip, and Moorea, a separate island that has French Polynesian football, as does Tahiti. There's many, many islands in French Polynesia. So New Caledonia and French Polynesia are here. Tahiti is. They're not countries, they're territories. Same with Guam. Guam is participating in this tournament. And Guam is part of the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen. But they've got their own flag. So that's why you're seeing so many flags. Close to the camera now because they decided to play some really shitty music on that top. Now, other participants in this tournament that are not countries but are territories include Cook Islands, which is part of New Zealand, the Northern Mariana Islands, which I believe is part of the United States. And I should know that because I'm American, but I'm not 100% positive. I think the Northern Mariana Islands are part of the U.S., but don't quote me on that. Maybe they used to be about it. American Samoa is participating in this event. American Samoa is, like Guam, like Puerto Rico, a territory of the United States, and they have their own flag as well. Samoa, which is different from American Samoa, is an actual country. They're one of those 14 countries I talked about in Oceania. I am the greatest of all time sports traveler, so therefore I'm trying to get to visit all 14 countries, not all the territories, but all the countries. So that's why you see so many flags. I'm trying to think of other territories. Norfolk Island. Not sure what country Norfolk Island is part of. They're here as well. And again, that's a